allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Recording of the roll, please.
All present.
Thank you. Item C, approval of the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Towers, second by Commissioner Seymour to approve the consent agenda as presented. Further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mildred.
Yes.
Seymour.
Yes.
Tower.
Yes.
Corrigan. Yes. Virgil.
Yes. Item D, approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Seymour, seconded by Commissioner Mildred to approve the agenda as presented. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Item E, citizens wishing to address the commission on items on the agenda. None. Moving on to item F, citizens wishing to address the commission on items not on the agenda. None. And then new business. Item G, discuss and consider waiving the Memorial Building rental fee for the Ironwood Theater's Big Hit Wine Fest on February 25th, 2017.
We do have Carol Miller here.
You should have in front of you, a letter from the theater. It's in your packet.
So that packet.
Yeah. And it just respectfully requests that the city commission waive the fee for rental of the memorial building during the Big Big Wine Fest, because the event is the main fundraiser for the theater. We greatly appreciate all of you can give us in making this event a success.
I'll make the motion to waive the memorial building rental fee for the theater.
A second.
Motion by Commissioner Mildred, seconded by Commissioner Seymour to waive the Memorial Building rental fee for the Ironwood Theater. Any further discussion?
Other than to say that it falls in a lot of things that we do, but it also is our building, so we really need to support this.
Roll call vote, please.
Corcoran. Yes. Mildred.
Yes.
Seymour.
Yes.
Tower.
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. You're welcome, and thank you on behalf of the community to you and all the volunteers. I know Rick's on that for all your hard work in keeping that great community treasure afloat and successful, and it's a great presence for the community. Thank you so much.
A good one.
Item H, discuss and consider approving resolution number 016-025, authorizing the city of Ironwood to participate in the Michigan Economic Development Corporation Redevelopment Revenue Communities Program and authorize the mayor to sign all applicable documents.
Right. So this is basically requesting a resolution requesting our participation in the redevelopment ready communities. It's put on by the MEDC. There's some opportunities for us by being part of this program. First of all, it's basically meant to make our community more attractive for investment. So we meet these standards that they put in this program, and then they will help us market the community to potential investors, as well as potentially maybe help fund some of our projects as well. We get priority funding for certain projects when you're a redevelopment ready community. So this is kind of the start of the process. Once we sign on to this resolution, then they'll come and actually do an evaluation. And probably in a couple months from now, they'll come do an evaluation of our program in terms of the comp plan, zoning ordinance, things like that. There may even be an opportunity for us to get some additional funding for our zoning ordinance through this program as well. So that's kind of the synopsis of it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
So that we don't have an updated zoning ordinance, wouldn't be a piece towards.
Well, this resolution is the start of the process. So when they do the evaluation, they'll probably say, hey, your zoning ordinance isn't in compliance with your comprehensive plan, so one of your projects should be updating the zoning ordinance, which we're planning to do anyways, we've set aside funding, but this may actually be able to add funding to that project, to do a more robust project, or, take some of the burden off the budget too. So one of those two, and we'll probably be able to hopefully find that out in 3 or 4 months if that's something that they will provide for us. So it'll be a kind of matching thing, so we have to match the dollars to give it.
Okay. Thank you.
So this program is totally completely administered by MEDC. There's no regional component.
Pardon?
There's no regional component.
No, this is good through all through the MADC. And I think there's a couple other communities in UP that are considered redevelopment ready communities. So it's a good opportunity. It makes us, more competitive for potential, big development or bigger development type projects.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve the resolution as described in item H.
Support. Motion by Commissioner Seymour, seconded by Commissioner Corcoran, to approve the resolution as described in item H. Further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Seymour.
Yes.
Tower.
Yes.
Corcoran. Yes. Mildred.
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. Item I, discuss and consider approving resolution number 016-026, performance resolution for governmental agencies required by the Michigan Department of Transportation.
Thank you. Again, this would be a resolution with MDOT. Annually, we get an application or permit for work in the right of way. If it's on VR, UF2, and items related to city utilities, things we might be doing in the right of way. So this is part of that agreement. They're updating their agreements with the cities. Essentially, what this is saying is if we're working the right of way, or we have a contractor working on behalf of the city in the right of way, they have to make sure they have proper insurance and that the DOT is needed as additional insured. So that's exactly.
Motion to approve resolution 16-026 as described in item I.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Towers, seconded by Commissioner Corcoran, to approve resolution number 016-026, described in item I. Further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Tower.
Yes.
Corcoran. Yes. Mildred.
Yes.
Seymour.
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. Item J, manager's report.
Just a few items to update you on. With winter setting in, obviously our public works operations have been quite busy, so I think they're doing a great job on keeping the streets open. So we want to thank them for their efforts. They're out, when we're all sleeping, they're out keeping the roads open for us. So again, we got to recognize that and appreciate that. So again, with the winter setting in, there are also some activities coming up, some events. We have the Snowmobile Olympus and the Sister Cross Country Ski event, two very large events in our area that bring people to the area, and hopefully a lot of our residents and people from the community go out and support those events. They're both the second weekend in January, 7th and 8th, and again, all supported by volunteers that come out on behalf of the area and make those events happen. So it's nice to see that, and these events have been going on for a number of years now, so again, the volunteers are sticking with it, and they pull off some really high quality events for our area. We received some good news the other day. As the Commission is probably aware, we are eligible for round 2 of the hardest hit blight grant. We were a round 1 recipient. We took down, I think it was 27 properties. We also were approved for round 2 for, I think it's $240,000 for about 12 properties that we can take down. We have also now received word that we had some dollars left over from phase 1 that originally, because the bids came in lower, we had to give those back. But they made us aware that we can use those dollars for taking down additional properties. So that's about another $150,000 that we're going to be able to use to take down some blighted structures. So again, the staff is working on that over the winter, getting those properties prepared for a spring project. So again, we're going to have about almost $400,000 to work with. We should be able to take down at least 20 structures with that. So, again, it's been a big impact in the past, a real impact on the neighborhoods that these houses are taken out of. Paul is probably smiling. The audit is nearing completion, and I think they'll be here for another day or two, kind of wrapping things up with all their data review and accumulation, and they put the report together. Ultimately, that comes back to the city commission. We'll have a workshop with the auditors and they'll walk through the report. So far, haven't seen the results, but I think everything's gone pretty well, Paul.
Yeah, really well. Yeah, they have had a couple of their staff auditors have pulled off already, and they'll have another partner come in and do the reviewing of the work papers tomorrow or Wednesday. So they'll finish up their field work and then have a few days of report prep and be done.
And it's really streamlined the process. I know 10 years ago to now, Paul's brought some things in place with BSNA software and a lot more technological abilities. So before we had to pull papers and they pull boxes of information. Now, essentially, a lot of it's still a lot of work to work with the auditors, but a lot of it's online. And they can go in and research all this stuff and really streamline the process. It's nice to see that. And real kudos to Paul and his office for getting those systems in place that can make that just go a little smoother.
So Scott, in our business, Paul at one time was one of our auditors that came in.
Mm-hmm.
So I find that it's sort of a fun fact. And I would always say when the auditors came in that either yes, they found a way to help us, or no, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
It's a good process and very thorough.
Good process.
Just a few things to note. We had mentioned the Xcel Energy facility in the industrial park. Again, they're looking like probably towards the end of the month, Dennis. They're wrapping up some construction-related items, and they'll be probably mobilizing into that office here shortly.
Yeah, 22nd, they want to do a final inspection on it.
Okay, so again, a real nice improvement for the industrial park and the community. So if you get a chance to swing by, take a look, and hopefully they'll have an open house in the near future. Along those same lines, we've had a lot of activity in our downtown area. And I like to think that's a reflection of all the work the city has done in the downtown, making it attractive for these businesses to either move into the business, move into the downtown, or expand their business. And just read a note, and I'm sure there's someone missing, but he just came to mind here just a few minutes ago. But we have Contrast Coffee, a coffee company that is going to be located right in the core block across from the historic Ironwood Theater, so a nice addition to the downtown area. We have Integrity Salon, which is a previous salon, but they really updated that building. If you get a chance to go in there, just look at what they did there. They're just phenomenal improvements to the inside and really updated that whole building, and they're looking at opening here shortly. And we also have Green Thumb Garden Supply, a corner over here on Cloud and Suffolk. Again, a building that was underutilized and now is being utilized for another purpose. So it's nice to see that activity down there. Sounds like there's more things in the works, so just keep tuned on what's coming up. So we're also working on trying to schedule a joint workshop with the City Commission and the Planning Commission. Tentatively looking at the second City Commission meeting in January, a workshop prior to the meeting, to start discussing and reviewing the new state law relative to medical marijuana. Probably aware that there's some law changes that came about, and we wanted to workshop that with the City Commission, see if there's direction to go with that or not. Again, the old medical marijuana laws stay in place. This is some additions to that. And something the City Commission will have some discussion on. And you guys got a planning commission there to kind of bounce things off each other and just better understand what that means. And then see if there's a direction we want to go with those type of items. City staff is also working with comm engineering on the Phase 4 water and sewer project. And again, that's moving forward. There's been a lot of meetings between city staff and the engineers designing that, and they're getting that set of plans and specs prepared so they can go and get their permits yet this winter, and then put that project out for construction probably in February, March. Out for bids, sorry, not construction, out for bids that time frame for construction. So
That's our target. Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, we're on target with that at the moment. So again, a nice project for next summer. And just a reminder that with the Christmas holiday coming, next city commission meeting was moved to Tuesday, December 22nd, just to make sure that's on your calendar. That's the end of the report.
Scott? Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday will be going, so.
For this week.
Yes.
Okay, just an update for the downtown area. When the snow gets to a certain height, Public Works comes in and does snow removal, so later this week they'll be working on that stuff.
Wednesday night and Thursday, excuse me, and Thursday and Friday, don't talk about.
Think about it.
Which days, I'm sorry?
Wednesday into Thursday, Wednesday night we start at midnight one, and then Thursday into Friday also.
It's not right to do a snowmobile event, is it, are they doing the bucket race the weekend before, does it play in there? I thought.
The event?
Yeah, the snowmobile is, you have the dates for January 7th and 8th, and is the vintage race the weekend before, does anybody know? As well, because I think that's like, faster moving, so it's maybe.
I'm gonna have to double check that, because we did look a little bit ago, because, and on their website, they had, the same weekend, but maybe they had another event prior weekend. I was thinking there was something
I was just
that first weekend.
curious too, so.
Yeah, but we double checked, those are the dates they had on the website, so.
Okay.
We'll check, yeah, they are going to two events, so.
I think they're spread back to back so that they can.
Easy ice and-
efficiency.
That's probably where I got confused.
No,
No.
I was just wondering if it's still planned or not.
Yes.
Thank you, Scott.
Mhm.
Any other matters?
I got you, go ahead, Kevin. And maybe I don't have to do it.
I was just gonna say happy holidays, hope everyone's a safe holiday, happy holiday. And thanks to all the staff, you have the department heads here, but the staff for everything that they do all year long, on the clock and off the clock, because I don't know if people are aware of what the DPW does, public safety, off the staff, they volunteer for the SISU, the snowmobile race is coming up, just example of that coming up right now. So just a big thank you for everything you do all year and have a happy and safe holiday.
And I would add to that, happy holidays. I would also say that it would be definitely worthwhile for us to consider special recognition of the Claudettes. Besides all the fun that they provide us, they take a large portion of their proceeds. I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but they have contributed heavily to libraries, to the music programs at the schools, to the Needy Children's Trust Fund, to the theater and to Theater North, and have been doing it for a long, long time. So they're a huge asset to our community, and I think it would be nice for us to recognize that fact. Just because, I also want to thank you all for being part of Santa's headquarters. And 11 years we've been doing it now, and this year, for example, 3 youth groups, the Wakefield Honor Students, the Kiwanis Key Club, and the children over at Our Lady of Peace, and MSU Extension Kids, and a number of others. So besides helping children, 405 this year, that their families are struggling financially, we get the youth involved, and the children that participated previously in other years that are grown up now tell me that it's one of the most important things they did to help the Santa's headquarters and help get those presents to children through their parents. Just bring that to everyone's attention that children are a big part of helping us, and we appreciate them.
All right, my turn, I guess. As you all know, SISU is coming up in just a little bit under a month. And just to bring you up to date on a couple of things about it. It'll be finishing ending in the parking lot like it did last year, not on Main Street. That was very well received. everybody liked it last year. There have been some changes. The races have been shortened because it's the first race of the year, and we thought that we'd make it more attractive to have shorter events because people haven't been skiing much. And that seems to be being borne out, or our registrations are up somewhat over last year. So part of the shorter event, and I know the city people are gonna like this, means that it'll be a shorter day for volunteers. Because everything is being tightened up. And there isn't going to be a tasting tour this year because of a variety of reasons, but one of which is it really stretched the day out hugely. Because they started way later and stopped. So we're replacing that with 5K Family Fun Ski. That'll finish hardly any later than the regular system. And then those people will be able to go up to the Memorial Building and have the Moyaca passes like all the regular racers. So good news for the volunteers, aid station people, your day should be, I think, 2 hours shorter, I'm guessing. So that'll be nice. Part of the SISU that we added last year is an event called the Depot Dash. And that is on a Friday evening, and it's for young children. And we set a real short course over at the Depot area. So you'll see us packing that area. So if you see packed, it's not snowmobiles going where they shouldn't. Hopefully it's us packing for that event to create a nice solid base. So part of that packing is we have to get there with our equipment. And so we are going to go down, I believe we think this is going to work. We're going to go down the Iron Bell Trail and pack as part of getting ready for the Depot Dash. And this is something that some people have been asking us to do for a year now, is pack that so it can be more usable for winter use. So again, if you see the ATV pulling a roller, it's not somebody breaking a rule, it's that use of the Iron Bell Trail is packing it to get to the depot. So basically be from Hobbyville to the depot area. And also, one last thing, the Friends of the Miners Park are holding their 5th annual Candlelight Snowshoe event on Thursday, December 29th. It starts at 6 p.m. It's a very well-received event. We get around 200 people for it. People really seem to enjoy it, so that'll be coming up too. And it's on a Thursday because Friday there's an event at the theater, and Saturday is New Year's Eve, and New Year's Eve is New Year's Eve. That's why it's a Thursday.
What time is that?
6 o'clock. And one last thing, this relates to Cisco also. Cisco is going to be not holding their music in the theater this year. The racers were tired, it was too much delay, they all sort of filtered away. So the music this year will be in the Memorial Building Auditorium, and we are going to be demoing a new sound system that we checked out earlier, Scott and a few other people, and it's much improved over what we have now. And if the system works out like we hope it will, there's a fairly good chance that it will become permanent in that facility. So we'll be looking for response on that sound system. It could be quite an improvement for us.
Maybe you have registered so far?
I think it's in that, I want to say 500 neighborhood.
Nice.
Yeah. Guessing. So that's what I have.
I'm boring. Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas. You're not boring.
And I'd just like to add one thank you again for all the city employees and wishing everybody Merry Christmas. And the hard work that all the departments do, echoing what Kim had mentioned earlier. And as the temperatures fall and it gets really cold, all the hard work of all the people that work outside in inclement weather and rough conditions at all hours of the day especially, and for all that our health and safety does. And everybody in the city, but personally would like to extend a holiday greeting to everyone and deeply thank all our workers for working so hard. And this commissioner truly appreciates all that our staff in the city. And along that line, thank you again for snow plowing the sidewalk on the north side of the highway. It makes my heart really sing. Because I drive along that highway very frequently, And to see people walking on a safe sidewalk in the middle of winter, I know it's a lot of extra work every day, but just not seeing people walking on the scary, icy highway in blizzardy winter conditions just makes me so happy. And just knowing that those people have a safe place to go, because they use it every single day. So thank you so much. That's all I have. Motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Perkins, seconded by Commissioner Smith. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, be safe, everyone.
25 minutes. Every time you do this, every